Mega morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm, of course, your host, Mega Mike the Movie Man. We're here to talk about everything we love in the world, including movies and just movie information and movie news stories. And we're going to have a great time with the news stories today. Let me go ahead and bring these ones up. We got to talk about Five Nights at Freddy being almost 3 hours long of a movie. I'll probably go on a little rant on just 3 hour long movies in general. Seems like a perfect time to do something like that. And then we got to talk about more Disney remakes, including Tangled and some other ones. I mean, wow, the Disney train does not stop, right? And then, of course, we got to talk about those Fantastic Four casting rumors because we want to know what this team is going to look like. And it just keeps always changing. So we got to go over the latest rumors there. That's going to be a ton of fun. And then, of course, we'll have an Ask Anything section. So try to stay on topic for whatever topic we are on. So go ahead and put comments, questions related to those topics. Give us reactions. I mean, really get that interactivity going. That's always appreciated. But anything your heart desires in the Ask Anything section, that is a great time to take care of that. But let's go ahead and bring up this banner. Very important to go ahead and smash that like and subscribe, especially if you're visiting the channel for the first time. Hit the subscribe notification bell. And then everybody, of course, hit that like because it does help with that YouTube algorithm. And then definitely feel the need to support the channel if you would like through things like super chats. Those are really helpful and just shows tons of appreciation. And also mega memberships, another number one way to support the channel. And you get some cool exclusive perks and content. So you're not just giving money away for free there, you're actually getting some real movie value out of that. And I'll probably explain more of the memberships towards the end, just to kind of refresh people's memory on that one. But there we go. Yeah, let's get into all that now that that business is taken care of. Let's get into the comments, see who is joining us today. We got Adrian Drake. Sorry, I cannot talk today because it's super early in the morning. We've just done 7 days of streams. This makes it day number 8. So I'm like a zombie right now. Ooh. But don't worry, we'll get through it. So Adrian James is in the house as always. Hello there, Mike. How are you doing today? Like I said, feeling that tiredness, but we're going to have a fun time no matter what. So thank you, Adrian, for always being here bright and early. First one in the chats. You know how to do it. I appreciate it. Next up, we got Jacquelina Horrors in here, which is awesome. Good morning, everyone. Morning, Mike. Good morning, Jacquelina. You just reminded me. I think I have a stream or two you would be perfect for. So I will hit you up on the Instas later. So yeah, that will be awesome. Internal Melancholy says, good morning, Mike in chat. Good morning, Internal Melancholy. I have to watch your live that I missed with the other Collectors Club members. You missed my live. Which one? Which one did you miss? You said mine. So my channel was the Nolan filmography. That was a great stream. Oh my goodness, the meltdown in that one though. Woo! We're still trying to recover from the fallout of that, but that was a lot of fun. Definitely check out that one. At least just get to that moment because that was the best. And then also the stream last night, the recap episode. The recap episode's great if you don't have time to go back to the other live streams, which of course I encourage you to see all the live streams. I mean, they're all so wonderful. Everybody puts so much work and time into them. But the recap episode is really great because it summarizes a lot of the streams. You get the highlights, you get the best of the best clips from entire Collectors Club week, all those funny moments, all those emotional moments, all those surprise moments, our favorite moments. So the recap episode was super cool last night. Very happy how that turned out. It was like Collectors Club Inception. It was crazy. So fun. But yeah, definitely check that one out if you missed it. It was great. Uh, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes. Yes. You know, I always got streams, everybody. Everybody, if you ever want to be on streams, just hit me up and be like, hey, Mega Mike, what streams do you got planned for the month? Can I join one? I'll be like, yeah, here's the list. Which one you want to be a part of? Always trying to fill spots on streams. You know me, everybody's welcome. Got an open door policy for people that love movies that just want to talk about them. Always. Lance Jackson says, hey, what's up, Mike and everyone? Happy Sunday. I'm just playing the GameCube. That sounds like a lot of fun. I need to play some more video games. I haven't played one in a quick minute. GameCube, I think of Smash Brothers Melee on there. Ooh, that's a fun time. What are you playing on there though? You I need to hear the game because there's so many good games out there. Remember the Mario Kart days, Mario Party, all that fun stuff. I'll still will play some of that stuff on the Switch once in a while, but yeah. Yeah, and Terminal Collie says the recap one. Oh, so good, so good. I saw the other ones. Yep, can't miss the recap one. That one was great. I mean, to see everybody's reactions to their reactions is hilarious. That's fantastic. Lance says, and later going to watch Friends, the one where Joey moves out. Is that where they have to start moving the furniture? And he's like, pivot, pivot. Is that the one, or maybe that's a different one? That one was hilarious. So, the Friends series is great. One of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Just fun, just a great group of characters. The chemistry is perfect. Woo, it's great. All right, let's see. Let's get into these news stories. What you guys are here for? So we're going to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's being 3 hours. Woo! For that kind of movie, I don't know. Yeah, let's bring up this news overlay here so we can get the details. So the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie from Blumhouse CEO Jason Blum and series creator Scott Cawthon may end up being much longer than some probably anticipated, according to the latest updates on the movie. While an exact runtime for Five Nights at Freddy's hasn't been revealed just yet, it's been said that the movie may be approximately 3 hours long. It's scheduled to be released in October, so we'll see between now and then as more info is revealed just how long the movie ends up being. Twitter user Cryptic 4K Qual, who typically reports on the movie news and movie runtimes in particular, tweeted about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie this week to tease the possibility of the 3 hour runtime. The user stressed that this is an approximation of what the runtime might be, so it could be longer or more likely shorter than 3 hours. To compare that to other movies, The Dark Knight was just over 2.5 hours. The Batman was just shy of 3 hours. The Oppenheimer movie is exactly 3 hours, and Avatar: The Way of Water is just over 3 hours. Wow. And I will say on those movies, you felt the runtime on all of them. Maybe less so on The Dark Knight, but those other three, ooh, I felt the runtime. Didn't you guys feel the runtime? You let me know. I mean, Avatar, you felt the runtime. The Batman, you felt the runtime. Oppenheimer definitely felt the runtime. Oh my goodness. What is with these 3 hour movies, people? I don't understand. I know it's the streaming age, so they don't have to fit the time into like a 2 hour TV block anymore. I get that, but does that mean a movie should be 3 hours? What happened to the art of editing out there to really cut it down to a nice tight runtime? I don't understand. I love the days where it's 1.5 hours to 2 hour movies. You remember the John Hughes days? Get an amazing story and like an hour and a half, hour 45. I love those days. Those days were great. We got away from that. Now we're on to 3 hour movies. Why? I don't understand. I know some people are okay with it. They're like, "Oh, if it's a good 3 hours, I don't mind 3 hours." I always mind, especially if you go in the theater. Now, if you're at home, you can pause it, not too big of a deal. But in the theater, you gotta go run to the bathroom, or you gotta pace out, the drinking of your soda or whatever it might be. There's strategy and planning that has to go into a 3 hour plus movie. So to me, it does matter, and I always feel the runtime on movies. Very few times have I said, "Oh, this movie justified over 3 hours." Usually, I'm like, "Nah, I could have cut that scene, could have trimmed that down just a little bit." Yeah, I'm always that way. I'm always that way with these longer movies. And there's some movies I won't even see due to the runtime. For example, like Beau's Afraid. I was kind of curious about that one. I heard such divisive things. Some people said they loved it. Some people said they hated it. I'm like, I'll give it a chance. I got the Regal Unlimited pass. I don't mind. I'm not, already paid my subscription, so I can get into this one, no problem. But do I want to chance my time on a 3 hour runtime? That was the thing. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think so, especially with hearing the not so good side of stuff. So that's the problem with these 3 hour movies. Like Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm not a massive fan of, right? I don't know hardly anything about that game besides it's very popular. The characters in it look kind of creepy. That's all I know. But I don't know much about it. So do I want to see 3 hours of that? 3 hours of really chancing on something I don't know if it's going to be good, if it's going to be terrible. Right? I mean, that's a long time, especially for a first entry. It's not like they have gained your loyalty through movies and movies, and now we're on to a build-up one, like with the Avengers stuff, right? We had movies before, so the Avengers one, okay, being a little bit longer because there is so much to connect there. A first entry into a franchise being 3 hours? Come on, you got to give an easier entry point. Like I said, I love the 2 hours. I feel it. Once we hit that 2 hour and a half mark, I'm definitely checking to watch them. I don't like it. But you guys let me know in the comments. What do you feel on the run times? Also, are you a Five Nights at Freddy fan? Are you happy to see this made into a movie? Thought it was kind of random when I heard the announcement that it was being made. Um, but Matthew Lillard is going to be in the movie. That's where I get excited. You know, Matthew Lillard from Scream, Scooby Doo, right? Shaggy, 13 Ghosts. He's always been an acting talent. I've always been kind of curious about his movies to watch. So yeah, to see him return for like a Five Nights at Freddy's, that's cool. That's the only thing drawing me in right now. But that runtime is just ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. Let me see what you guys have to say here. Jacqueline says, I really don't believe FNAF needs to be 3 hours. I feel like the movies now are getting longer and longer, and in my opinion, it could make or break a movie if it drags. Yeah, that's the thing. The pacing, the runtime. Now, you can get good pacing for a longer movie, but it's tougher to do. Every time you add on more of a length for a movie, it's going to be tougher to pace it out, which is possible. There's some movies I haven't felt the runtime for, like the Ten Commandments. I feel justifies the runtime. Schindler's List was another one I felt justified the runtime, but oftentimes I don't feel a justification in the runtime. And yeah, especially if the movie drags, like Oppenheimer. Even though I gave a thumbs up to Oppenheimer, I enjoyed it overall. I'm a historical fan, so that stuff kind of intrigues me and learning about the Oppenheimer character. Did it need to be 3 hours? No. And did it drag? Absolutely, it did drag. The pacing was off with that movie. Um, so yeah, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do all these movies got to be 3 hours long? I don't understand. Internal Melancholy says, I think FNAF is a video game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I believe it's a video game. So the movie doesn't excite me. Only way I would watch it if you and others recommend. Yeah, see? I mean, if I do it, it's for you guys. It's for you guys if I go watch that, want to give you a reaction. Um, but yeah, a video game movie also. A lot of video game movies aren't that great. That's just the sad truth. There have been exceptions that people have really liked. I probably have a couple I've enjoyed, like Mortal Kombat 95. That was awesome. I know a lot of people love Mario. Once again, I wasn't a big Mario fan, wasn't for me. But yeah, being a video game movie also gives another kind of barrier to entry there, right? So you got 3 hour movie, first movie in its franchise, uh, video game movie, all these things that may keep people from seeing this movie. It is coming out in October, so that's smart. Spooky season release for this kind of style movie, that makes sense. So they're doing a smart move there. But yeah, not sure if it's gonna work. I don't mind a long movie if it calls for it, but I think they try to make movies longer on purpose. I don't know if they try to do it on purpose, uh, but because why would you want it longer on purpose? You would want it shorter from a business standpoint, so you get more show times in a theater to make more money. So I don't think they try to make it longer on purpose. I just think the creatives behind it, the artists behind it, the director ends up kind of, just kind of going with whatever story they want, and they end up being whatever 3 hours, and then they don't go back in and like, okay, so I know I had this 3 hour movie, but we really should cut it down to 2 hours and then do that process. I think that part is being lost at the end, the post production, the editing part, allowing people to be like, no, we gotta chop this movie down, we gotta make it shorter. um so I think it's just the creatives, the artists, the directors, the visionaries behind the movie just wanting to do so much, but forgetting like, hey, we still got an audience that needs to buy tickets to see this movie or rent the movie or whatever it might be, and they have to want to be able to see the movie, right? You got to think of the business side along with the artistic side. I know as movie fans, sometimes we always just think of the artistic part of it, right? But they're not going to make more movies in this franchise if it doesn't do well at the box office. So we got to think, is this going to hurt the box office at all? Maybe, maybe not. Once again, that's something we're discussing. Jacqueline says, Bo's Afraid killed me because of the runtime. Oh, see, that's no good. See, That makes me not wanna see Beau is Afraid. Right? Oh, 3-hour runtime on that one. Whew, it was 3 hours, right? Or was it over 3? Ooh, that would've been a wow. Let's see, Lance says, "I would not watch 3 hours of that movie, I'd probably go to sleep. I'm not familiar with it." Yeah, you run that risk too, of falling asleep during a movie. Then you forget what the whole movie was about. Yeah, it's no good. Dimension Scott in the house. How's it going, Mike? I'm doing well. Just playing online in Tekken Tag Tournament too. Nice. Yeah, you know me. I'm a Mortal Kombat fan first, but I play just a little bit of Tekken. I might have a Tekken or two game lying around the place. But yeah, that's awesome. Glad you're playing and watch me in the background. That's how I tell people to do it. You know what? Treat me as some supplemental information in the background, whatever you're doing. Play video games, if you're doing laundry, if you're going on a walk, whatever it might be, you're doing dishes, just put me in the background and I'll keep you entertained and informed. That's all I always say. I'm a good supplement to whatever you're doing. All right, awesome. I love these comments too, guys. This is getting me more energized. I'm like, oh, should we do a morning show? I mean, I'm going to be super tired, but you guys, the audience, always makes it worth it. So thank you all. Let's keep those comments, questions going, of course. But let's get into this next news story here because we don't want this stream 3 hours now, right? We know how to keep a tight runtime here. So let's talk about some more Disney remakes because everybody loves these Disney live action films, right? We just had The Little Mermaid. We got another Haunted Mansion, which actually I quite enjoyed Haunted Mansion. I did enjoy that new one. But all these, live action remakes. So let's talk about this. Let's get into the overlay of the news story. Rapunzel has been one of the most iconic Disney princesses. The relatively new addition to the Disney universe since Tangled was released in 2010 is reportedly getting its own live action remake. This comes after Disney has been on a roll crunching out one live action rendition after another. While many fans have reacted positively to the news, there are others who have criticized the trend of turning classic animated movies into live action films. Criticism is mounting against Disney CEO Bob Iger as fans feel the company has lost touch with its audience. The CEO's reputation has taken a huge nosedive as Disney grapples with connecting to its fan base. The recent announcement of a live action remake of the beloved animated film Moana has left fans both shocked and baffled. Questioning the need for such a project right now, even the news of a live action remake of Lilo and Stitch has still been met with some controversy among fans. Yeah, I mean, are people excited for these Disney remakes out there? I want to hear that. Do you guys like these Disney live action movies? What certain titles do you want seen turn from animation to live action? Is Tangled a good one to go with? I actually never saw Tangled, and I heard great things about that animated one. So maybe that is one that serves really good for a live action scenario. I mean, the story of Rapunzel, we've heard this story forever, right? In so many different forms. So, are you guys excited for a Tangled movie? Are you guys excited for that Lilo and Stitch movie they're working on? Are you excited for the Moana movie? I mean, Moana, I feel like we just got Moana. Isn't Moana a new movie? Didn't we get that like 4 years ago? And now we're already getting a live action version of it. I would be different. I think it was like, okay, 15 years later, maybe 20 years later, but the Moana one seems very close. And Tangled, once again, that's not that old either. So it's not like turning these real classic animated ones in the live action. They're doing more of the moderns. It would be different. It was like, oh, the Black Cauldron. Let's turn that into live action. Could you imagine that? I'd kind of be down for that. That movie's underrated, in my opinion. So maybe the classic ones would work better to live action. I don't know. The Little Mermaid was fine. I liked it more than I expected. I like some of the new songs in there. So I thought it was all right, but it wasn't one where I'm like, "Ooh, I want to rewatch a whole bunch of times." Like I said, I did like the Haunted Mansion movie. You guys let me know. Have you guys seen that one yet? Too, the new Haunted Mansion. Do you plan on seeing it? That is actually one Disney live action movie I might pick up on physical media day one because I really liked it. And to have it in time for spooky season, ooh, that'd be great. I think that'd be really awesome. But let me hear your guys' thought. And what's your thoughts on Disney in general right now? I know some people have it out for Disney. So if you rant on Disney, go for it. Let's see. Jacqueline is saying, I'm going to see Haunted Mansion today. So excited to see it. I'm usually not a fan of Disney live action. only having one or two that I really love, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. I liked it. I was surprised, and I was going into it thinking I wasn't gonna like it, so maybe that's why it surpassed my expectations. It has a great cast in there, tons of surprises. I loved all the spooky imagery, the ghost characters, and it just really, if you love the ride, you're gonna love the movie. The movie feels a lot like the ride. So that's where I got my connection to it. The fan servicey stuff totally worked in this movie for me. So I hope you really like it, Jacqueline. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know after you see it if you had a good time with it, because I had a delight, and not many people saw it. Didn't do good at the box office, and that was the sad thing. Yeah. Let's see, everybody's saying hello. Dimension Scott says they're still doing Lilo and Stitch live action. Yeah, they had to put a pause on it because of the strikes going on right now. So they did start filming, but then they had a pause it, of course, with the strikes. But when the strikes finish, they'll finish the production on it and then post production and all that. I don't know if I'm excited for Lilo and Stitch. I did like the animated movie as a kid. Do I want to see Lilo and Stitch live action? Don't know. That's another one I'm a little bit, torn on. I mean, they could do some cool stuff if they really get into the sci-fi elements with the alien creatures. It could be something really special, but they're probably just gonna do it all CGI, and then I'm gonna be like, "Blah." They did practical effects stuff. Now that'd be really cool, some of the aliens. So I don't know. That one could go either way. Jacqueline says, "No, not at all." No, not at all. I'm guessing you're not excited for the Lilo and Stitch movie. Yeah, have you seen the, Stitch leaked pic? Awful. Yeah, and I think they're gonna do some work on that though, right? Aren't they gonna change it up in, post-production, right, visually? So I think the picture is just I think it's just like a foundational one, and then they're gonna change it around, and they still have time to change it too, especially if they hear people didn't like what they see, especially like what they did with the Sonic movie. Remember how Sonic looked before we got to the Sonic movie release? It could be another scenario like that. So that part I'm not as worried about. I don't know. I'm just not into these live action Disney movies as much. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like, "Oh, really?" Especially the once again, the modern ones. I feel like we just saw the modern ones. Yeah, and now we're getting a bunch of Disney sequels, which am I excited for the Disney sequels? I don't know. You know what? There's been some Disney stuff I've liked though, like Elemental, Pixar movie. I thought that was a great movie, awesome romantic comedy. I had a fun time with that. The animation was gorgeous on that one, by the way. And I don't think anybody saw Elemental. It did so bad at the box office. That's another one I would pick up on physical media because I'm like, this is a good rom-com right here. I was surprised that they spent too much money on it and it did terrible at the box office. So there is some good Disney stuff out there, but it seems like a lot of that stuff people aren't watching. So what does Disney want to do? Well, they're going to go back to what they know works business-wise. Sequels and, live action of their animated titles. They're going to keep going back to that because that makes them more money. So, I mean, are they making the correct business decision there? Kind of, right? I mean, if that's where the numbers are leaning, they think those are more safe bets. I get it. Um yeah, because like I said, the unique stuff isn't doing as well. Elemental didn't do so well. And I really liked Elemental. So, it's tough. It is very tough. Internal Melancholy says, I'll doubt I'll see the Haunted Mansion. Maybe once it streams. Yeah, and you got to just know what you're into. Like, if you love the Disneyland ride, then you'll like the movie. If you haven't really experienced the Disneyland ride, you don't know much about Haunted Mansion. Yeah, a stream later is just fine. Yeah, you don't necessarily need a um a theater experience with it, I'd probably say. Yeah. Even though I had a good time in the theater. We had a good crowd too. People were laughing, it was fun. Draculina says, Elemental was so cute. I saw it opening day with my niece and we loved it. I'm telling you, the Elemental was where it was at. It was so good and it was so different than what they did before with doing a rom-com, right? Rom-com animation style. The element powers were so cool in that one. It was a great story, well-written story. So that's why I like Pixar. Pixar is always willing to take the chances, but then a lot of times the chances don't pay off. They just don't make the money off of it. So what do they want them to go do now? They want them to go do a Toy Story 5, right? Oh, Toy Story makes money. Elemental didn't, so let's stop doing those new ideas. Let's go to what works. Let's go another Toy Story, right? Which, say, a Toy Story 5 might turn out great. I really like Toy Story 4. So, yeah, it's tough to know what to do. It is tough to know when it comes to the art and it comes to the business side and trying to make everything work for everybody. So, but yeah, Elemental was good. If you guys haven't seen Elemental yet, yeah, take Dracolina's advice there. Go check that one out. It's so, so good. Yeah, especially if you're into rom-coms. If you're into rom-coms, animation, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love that one. All right. All right, we're flying through these stories today. Keep those comments arriving in. I love the interactivity here with you all today. If you're just joining, you're watching us in the background, don't forget that like button helps a lot. So, yep, go click that like. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into our next news story. All right, we're gonna talk those Fantastic Four cast rumors. Yeah, we've had so many different cast rumors. They kept getting changed all the time, and it's not even finalized now. So there's still rumors here, still a whole bunch of rumors. Let's get into this. Let me bring up the overlay for this. All right, while this is still a Mr. Fantastic style stretch and not confirmed as of writing, Jeff Snyder has reported that Vanessa Kirby has been cast as Sue Storm and Joseph Quinn, aka Eddie Munson from Stranger Things Season 4, will play the Human Torch. Additionally, the bear actor Ebon Moss Barack, I totally probably said that name wrong. Sorry. It's also rumored to have been cast, but not as a thing. Joseph Quinn, meanwhile, is a little more out of left field. While there is a general backlash surrounding the potential casting, fans have decided or defended the rumor in their droves. Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth were considered terrible casting. Look at them now, one wrote, referring to the infamous unknown tag slapped on the Loki and Thor actors when they first joined the MCU. That's a good point too with all this casting stuff. Even if you hear a casting name and you're really not on board with that person, they might surprise you. They may shock you and give a great performance. Like they were saying, Hiddleston and Hemsworth, both great acting talents, and they did a great job in their Marvel roles and still continue to do a pretty good job. Other acting talent out there. Everybody knows Heath Ledger as the Joker. Nobody was excited for that casting, and then boom, we were blown away with The Dark Knight. Same thing with Michael Keaton and Batman, right? Mr. Mom as Batman, but it worked out great. So to me, the casting stuff, as long as they're getting somebody who's talented, I always usually end up being pretty happy with it. And this is talent right here that they're talking about, right? Joseph Quinn, I think it was the Stranger Things season 4, right? Him as Eddie Munson, right? That was kind of the person that started the Hellfire Club, right? With the Dungeons and Dragons, did a great job in that season. He was solid, good performance. So why not? Why not have him in there as a Human Torch? I think that works. Now, I still think Mr. Fantastic. I think Mr. Fantastic is still going to be Adam Driver, right? Let me check. I don't think this one confirms it here, but I think Adam Driver is supposed to be Mr. Fantastic, if I'm correct. And then uh, let's see, we got Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby is a really good choice too. I'm trying to remember what else has Vanessa Kirby been in. Was she in the Mission Impossible movies at all? I feel like she was. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But if that's who I'm thinking of, then that's a great casting choice as well for Invisible Girl. Definitely looks the part. And then we have the one from the Bear, Ebon Moss, right? Ebon, he's great in The Bear. If you guys have not seen The Bear yet, it's 2 short seasons on Hulu. The show's fantastic. I really liked it. If you're into I guess you consider more drama comedy, there are definitely funny moments in there, but some serious moments as well, but the performances are fantastic. And I just love how the story is written. It gets you captivated and you want to see how it plays out with all the characters. So both the seasons 1 and 2. I don't know if they're gonna do a third one. I hope they do, but it's a really, really good show. Highly, highly recommend that if you're into the drama comedies. But he would be a great choice. But they're saying he's not the thing. I think at first people were thinking he was gonna be the thing, and then it came out he wasn't. So what is he gonna be in the movie? I heard some people say maybe he's like a Silver Surfer character, right? That could be a possibility. That'd be kinda cool. Imagine Silver Surfer in this movie. Yeah, we haven't got much on the villains here, right? Have we got villain confirmation? Is it gonna be a Galactus villain? Is it gonna be Doctor Doom? Who's gonna be playing those parts? This is gonna end up being an interesting cast, though. I will say there's a lot of variety here. I remember at first they wanted Margot Robbie for Invisible Girl, which she's a great acting talent, but she's been in so many stuff just with Barbie now. It would feel like she maybe got overused with keep getting all these major roles, and she's already gonna be in the Joker too, right? So I was okay with them going Vanessa Kirby. Because I think Margot Robbie just didn't meet the asking price for the money, right? They couldn't get to a business deal, so they go Vanessa Kirby. But Vanessa Kirby, like I said, I think is a really good, solid choice there. So if these casting rumors end up being true, yeah, I'm all for it. Great acting talent once again. You guys let me know. Do you guys like these cast members here? If these rumors play out as they are, do you like them and their characters? Are you excited to see any of them? I think I'm pretty excited to see all of them, right? Especially like Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic. I think he's a really good acting talent. So yeah, can't wait to see that. But I wonder who's going to play the Thing now because that one isn't confirmed yet. I know that was back and forth, but yeah, let's see the comments here. Uh, Dimension Scott says Incredibles 2 made a lot of money, so why not a third? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt a Dimension if they did end up making a third of that one eventually. Because yeah, the Incredibles movies did great. Let's see. Craig says, "Hi, Mike. We'll be in and out packing for 4 days in Las Vegas. Nice. Las Vegas is always fun. That's usually a trip I do about every year myself. Because you can't go wrong with Vegas. There's great food out there. I mean, Nacho Daddy, so good. That's like a place I always got to go when I get there. Um, yeah, they have so much good food there. I mean, that's pretty much Vegas, right? Tons of food. Yeah, it's fun there. It's fun there, though, for sure. Internal Melancholy says, I enjoyed the Fantastic Four movie. 2005, not the 90s one. I never saw the sequel. I might watch the new one they're working on. The sequel was okay. It was okay. Not the greatest. Some wasted potential in the sequel, I will say. Um, and there was another one, right? Wait, I'm trying to think. The 2005 one. Um, was it 2005? They've done so many more Fantastic Four movies because there was that like really bad one that wasn't even released to the public, but they did it just to hold on to the rights. And then there was two of them. I don't think they were in the 90s, were they? I thought they were like early 2000s, and then they did a later 2001. What was it, like 2014, something like that? That had didn't it have the Miles Teller character in there? If I'm thinking of the correct one, that one it had potential at the beginning, but then lost its way in the third act for sure. So they all had some good potential, but they all lost me somewhere within their movies. Um, so they haven't got the Fantastic Four right yet, but this is fourth time's the charm. Fantastic Four, fourth time, could end up working great. So maybe this is what we needed. We needed 4 tries. That's what it was. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Hopefully it turns out good. I mean, after the fourth time, if it doesn't work, just like let it go for like 50 years and come back to it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see though. All right. Anybody else's thoughts on Fantastic Four casting rumors? Are you guys excited for the Fantastic Four movie, or are you just tired out of these superhero movies? Do you feel the superhero fatigue? You know, that's very alive and real out there. Because other movies are doing great that aren't superhero movies. Barbie is still super shocked by that movie doing good. Oppenheimer's even more shocked by that one. A 3 hour long movie with science talking, right? Physicists giving you theory and whatnot. A lot of the movie, uh, yeah, I'm shocked how good that's doing, right? So the superhero fatigue is for real. Are you guys feeling that, or are you guys ready more superhero movies? Now, because that's my favorite genre, I will take more superhero movies. Now, obviously, I want them to be quality, so I don't mind if they slow down to get the quality a little bit better. But say we got 3 superhero movies a year between Marvel, DC combined. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Internal Melancholy says I just googled it. I only see 3 movies: 94, 2005, 2007. What was the no, there's a later one, right? There was a very recent one. It had to have been after 2007. The one I'm thinking of had to have been after 2007. No way, because we're in 2023 now. Oh yeah, the one I'm thinking of had to be after 2007. Yeah, the 2005, 2007 one. Those were the two sequel ones. The 94 one, I think, was like the unwatchable one. And there was one, there was a third, right? Right? I remember seeing the movie. Yeah, you guys shout it out. But yeah, Internal Melancholy says, I don't mind more superhero movies, but I'm tired of hearing about Margot Robbie. Hey, see, that's why I'm happy they got Vanessa Kirby. Like, Vanessa Kirby is a good, solid choice. Someone you don't see in everything. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, like Margot Robbie, I think's a great actress. I like seeing her in certain stuff. It's just I want to get new faces in there, or faces we haven't seen as much. I guess you would say, just get a little variety. Get a little variety. Variety is the spice of life, they say. Um, but yeah, I'm still excited for the movie. As I will be excited for most superhero movies out there, but I'm seeing the lack of excitement from people out there. Like Blue Beetle, doesn't that just come out soon? Is it coming out this week in Blue Beetle? I think they're even offering free IMAX tickets for Regal, like unlimited members, something like that, at certain theaters. And there's no excitement for the movie. No, 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 no excitement at all. Which is sad. But yeah, that's how it goes, I guess. Yeah, and then the thing is they can't promote it anyway. Right now, at least the actors can't promote and the writers can't promote at the moment. So maybe that's why less excitement. But we'll see. We'll see when the strikes end if more excitement happens for some of these projects. Um, and we'll see. We'll see if anything does happen with these strikes. I've heard that they're starting to get into some kind of talks now with the Actors Guild. So we'll see if they finalize anything with that. I don't think I've heard any finalization of that yet, but I may be wrong on that. Internal Melancholy says the Blue Beetle. I'm not excited. I know nobody's excited for Blue Beetle. I thought that was a random project, and they mentioned Blue Beetle. I'm like, really, really? We can't get a Man of Steel 2, but we can get a Blue Beetle. Okay. I don't know. I'm so worried about this new DC universe. I don't think it's gonna work out. It feels like a Snyderverse 2.0. You know, that's what the Gunverse feels like. It feels like kind of what Snyder was trying to do, but now we're with James Gunn. I don't know. I don't. It doesn't seem like it's gonna work out that well, especially with them making a Superman movie that's not really Superman focused as much, where it's gonna be a whole bunch of other characters turning it into like a team up Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, it's just like really. I just wanted a solo Superman movie. Let's see. Internal says, yeah, some look good for Blue Beetle that I might buy. Oh, some action toys. Yep, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can never go wrong with collecting some stuff, right? Always love collecting. That's why I'm part of the collectors club. All right. Let's see. So we're going to be getting on to the Ask Anything section here. Remember, ask anything your heart desires here. I love hearing some fun, interesting questions. Anything related to movies is great. If you want me to rank anything on the fly, if you want a quick little review of something I've seen, I mean, literally anything. And it doesn't just have to be about movies, too. It could be about other stuff going on in life, you can throw those questions out there. But I love seeing those comments and questions. So yeah, definitely throw out anything for the ask anything section. That's what makes this part so fun and interesting. Yeah, because there's always a lot to talk about, right? Even just things I've been watching recently, I can mention that. So whatever your heart desires, throw out. Now, as you guys do that, I guess I will just kind of promote some things on the channel to fill the time with. So I did want to go over the memberships again, just because the memberships are really awesome for the channel, and it would be cool to see even more members. We have a couple members right now that are great. So appreciative of their support if they're watching this one. But if you yourself would like to become a member, go ahead and check them out. They're on the channel. You should be able to find them pretty easily. Just go over to the correct tab for the memberships. And for the low price one, which is like $4.99, you get shout outs right on all my videos. you get your name on the end card at the end, which is really cool. Just shows that you support the channel. You get the shout out, and that, like I said, it's 4.99, and it really just helps the channel. Just so much with the support. It's greatly appreciated. So thank you for those. Those are Mega Movie fans. That's a great tier. Now, the tier that I honestly think has the most value is the next two. Mega Movie Hero is a great tier because then you get in-depth videos that other people don't get. You get exclusive content. So you'll get reviews of movies that come out. For example, if I had people that were on the Mega Movie Hero tier, and I just saw Haunted Mansion, for example, I would do a full in-depth review of Haunted Mansion. More so than a 1 minute reaction. No, you're gonna get, like a 5 to 10 minute video really breaking it down and getting into my detailed thoughts. Not spoilers, of course, no spoilers there, but just giving you a better analyzation of the movie, if that makes sense. But it's not just reviews. There's other topics I throw out there too sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, ways movie theaters can start doing better and having more people return to them, like fun stuff like that, in a rant here or two. So you get a lot for that, and I think that was only 9.99, I believe. So that's a great tier. That, to me, you get so much great value. And then the last tier, the Mega Movie Master. This is a great one. I do want to see somebody get on this tier soon, because you get so much power and control with the channel, because you get to tell me once a month a video topic you want me to do, and you can tell me the structure and format you want of it as well. Like if you want a review for a movie that's like an all-time favorite movie of yours, boom, I'll do that. If you want a ranking of your favorite director out there, boom, I'll take care of that. If you want it turned into a live stream, it doesn't just have to be a video. If you want a live stream, you're like, hey, I would love a uh, Tim Burton live stream, for example. I'll be like, hey, no problem. I'll get the panel members together. We'll run through all of Tim Burton's filmography for the month you choose, and boom, there you go. You got your personalized live stream for that. Also, if you even want to be on the live stream too, you can do that. You get so much power and control with that tier, and I believe that's the 19.99 tier. So that one's great, and you get all the other perks in the other tiers with that one. So the highest tier gets everything the other ones do. So that's just a ton of value. Once again, super supports the channel, but you're not just giving the money away, you're getting a lot for it. I always try to add value through everything I do with this channel. So I like to mention those again in case we got new people to the community that haven't heard those before, or people just forgot about them and weren't sure what they were really all about. So that's why I went over them again. So yeah, so if you're interested, check them out. Feel free to. You don't have to, just if you want to. But it is a great support. All right, let's see. We got Internal Melancholy says, I'm getting ready for October, so I'm already planning on which movies to watch every day. Are you in any plans for Halloween? Well, Halloween Day is my YouTube anniversary, right? That's when I started YouTube. So this Halloween will be my 2 year anniversary. So I do want to do just like a 2 year live stream celebrating that. Maybe we'll mix something that deals with Halloween into it. Ooh, you're giving me some ideas, Internal Melancholy, because my first video I did was a review of Halloween, the original Halloween. What if I did for a live stream that night, ranking the Halloween movies, something like that, John Carpenter stream, something along those lines. Um, that would be fun, right? Yeah, that would be cool. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll think about it. I will definitely think about it, but I do want to do something for the 2 year anniversary. And yeah, that'd be a ton of fun. In terms of October, watching all the new movies that come out. You guys know I go to the theaters every weekend, so I can see all the movies. So you don't have to, of course. I can just recommend the best ones out to you. So whatever is coming out in October, I guess FNAF, right? Five Nights at Freddy's. I guess I'll be seeing that, even though it's 3 hours. Just so I could react to it for y'all. So that'll be great. So I'll see the new releases. In terms of old releases, once again, it's just how the streams go. Like I said, it's, whatever streams I can think up of, and then if we have any of the tiers, if they recommend a stream out to me, um, and then we try to get something going with those, and then because I try to watch movies that go along with a certain stream. So That's really what's gonna decide it. But there's a lot of great stuff. I love the October season. That's when I'll be hosting the next Collectors Club episode, because the next Collectors Club episode, I believe, will be Derek's channel, which should be August, Tim's channel then September, and then it'll be back to me in October. So I've already been in the pre-planning stage for that Collectors Club episode. So I'm super pumped for that. That's gonna be a super fun month. Can't wait to do that one. I mean, spooky season, that's my favorite season right there. I mean, it's just a fun time. I love Halloween. Halloween is great, both the movie and the holiday. I like. I just like it. I just like all the spooky stuff around. It's great, right? Scare away the evil spirits. I like that. Let's see. Yeah, internal melancholy says, "I know October is still a while away. It's October, laugh out loud." Yeah, I mean, but it's closer than we think because it's already August. Then we got September. Then we got October. Spirit Halloween stores already open up. I'm already seeing community videos of people going to them. I do want to check out a Spirit Halloween. Actually, I do want to do that. See if there's anything cool there. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. October is gonna be fun. Very excited for that. Internal Melancholy says 2 years. Nice. If you don't have any plans, I'll watch a year live on Halloween. Yeah. And if you can't watch the live stream, watch the replay. I always tell people that. Like, don't feel bad if you don't end up watching the live stream. As long as you can watch the replay, it still greatly helps the channel. If you watch the replay, remember to hit that like button while you're watching the replay. All that stuff um, is awesome. And even if you just do it in the background, say you're doing something else and you just want to play me in the background, boom, perfect. That works fantastically. Because I try to put out a lot of content for the channel, the community, of course. That's why I'm always posting stuff. Because I'm posting stuff that I think is going to give you guys value, stuff that I would like to watch as an audience member. That's where my kind of videos and live streams go to. So yeah, I just appreciate it. I hope people join in on whatever they can, watch whatever they can, and just have a good time. And remember, we're like a family here. It's a community. We're just here to talk stuff we love, being movies. That's what brings us all together. No matter what our background is, where we come from, whatever it might be, what brings us together as a community is our love for the art of movies. And that's just something really special. That's why I've always really liked this community. And thank you guys so much, because without you guys, we don't have a community, right? We don't have a channel without you all. So I deeply appreciate you all. We got Matheson saying, Good morning, Matheson. How are you doing? Once again, people, if you're just joining in late, don't forget to hit that like. Yay. Thank you so much. And I say that all the time. I know it might be like, oh, he's repeating himself on the like, but it does really help the YouTube algorithm. And I do want to grow this channel, get even more film lovers out there into this community, and just reach more people. That's the goal, right? Reach more people, provide more value. That's what it's all about. Let's see. Internal Melancholy says, the Collectors Club is such a fun group. I loved watching yours and others' reactions when people reviewed the movies you picked for them. Oh, that was a great one. Yeah, that was on Tim's channel, right? That was a fun one, the round robin recommendation one. And we definitely want to do streams like that again. Yeah, that was great, and I love that kind of stream because we get to watch movies, which is the whole purpose of this. We love watching movies, but then to see people's thoughts on our thoughts of what we thought of their choices, that's just so funny. It's a fun time. You just can't go wrong with it. It's great. I love it. I love it. That was a super fun. All the streams are fun. All the streams were different too, so you got a variety in there, but they all had a certain structure to them, which made them flow really nicely, and everybody had great energy for them all. So they were all unique, different, but all fun and all dealt with movies in different ways. So I loved that. It was great. Let's see. Mirha. Yes, Mirha is in here. I remember Mirha over on Huck's channel. I remember watching, being on the morning mugs. I always see Mirha pop into the comments over there. So welcome to the channel. I was just scrolling channels and I saw you were streaming. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Mirha. Yeah, we do this morning live stream every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Depending on whatever your time zone, it might be later, right? If in UK and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for being here, Mirha. Yeah, if you love these morning live shows, I know like Huck does the Tuesday morning live shows. I do the Sunday morning live shows. So yeah, anytime you can join us on Sunday mornings, greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I love this community here. It's just great to see everybody's faces, icons right there, and everybody's comments is fantastic. Yeah, Maslin says, I love the theme live streams. Yeah, that's what we do. We always think about our live streams too. We always give them purpose. We always plan them. Always try to have fun themes for them. So we really get into those. Oh, and Dustin Anderson is saying, dope hat. Well, thank you, my Mega Mike hat. And if you want this kind of merch, I might as well plug it because you brought it up, Dustin. The merch is on the channel too. Also, Collectors Club merch. So whether you want Mega Mike merch, Collectors Club merch, that also supports the channel, and then you just get cool stuff to wear, and you get to rep it, right? It's fun. Why not? So that's another great way to support the channel. Like I said, along with super chats and memberships, merch, another fun way, and you get something out of it too, right? So that's what I'm always saying. Like, hey, I love when people support the channel, but don't worry, you supporting it, you're gonna get some kind of value. Let's see. Internal Melancholy says, if you make a video for Spirit of Halloween outing, I'll enjoy it. I saw other videos on theirs. Um, I might do like 1 minute kind of hunt video, right? Spirit Halloween, just kind of hunting through the store. Maybe I'll pick something up. But if I do that, it will be probably a 1 minute short form. So definitely be checking out the short videos as well, right? You want to check out kind of three areas on my channel. The standard videos, which usually 5 to 10 minutes long. The live streams are a lot longer if you have that time, like I said, play us in the background. And then the short videos, like I said, are 1 minutes. That's usually when I go to different stores and I do physical media, just searches and whatnot. Those end up being the 1 minute videos. So yeah, I will keep that in mind. If I go to Spirit Halloween, I will definitely do that for sure. Mirha from Finland, 8 p.m. Perfect time for me. Awesome. That is great. Finland. That makes me think of the movie Sisu, right? I think Sisu was about Finland. That was a super fun movie, by the way. Great Lionsgate steelbook, too. Very fun action. Let's see. Adrian says, I've seen 4K D-Ray's latest video that the battles are coming back. Are they? Well, if the battles are coming back, I want a battle. So you guys feel free to reach out to 4K D-Ray and say, hey, we want to see Mega Mike battle it up again. Because if you guys as a community say that, maybe I have a better chance of being chosen as a contestant to battle, and I'll bring my A game because I was only on the battles once, and I barely lost the Mockbuster. It was like a Rocky moment where I lost by 1 second, and it was a hard fought battle. It got to the very end. It was great, so I wouldn't mind a rematch there. But also, hey, a battle with another Collectors Club member, I would love that. Let's go. Me and Huck, me and Tim, me and Derek, right? I'll verse any of them. That'll be a ton of fun. Or just anybody else in the community. I love those battles. They're so fun. So if you guys want to reach out to 4KD Ray and be like, hey, is Mega Mike gonna come back? We'd love to see him battle it out again. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great support, and I'd love to do that. That'd be so fun. Internal Melancholy says, I do enjoy your shorts. I'm glad YouTube puts them on my feed when I watch YouTube on TV. They don't use my phone to watch YouTube. Yeah, and that's always the interesting too. Everybody utilizes YouTube in so many different ways. So I'm glad they put the shorts out there. In that way, you enjoy watching. It's fantastic. I know I'm always a person that uses a phone for YouTube because I'm always trying to be portable with it and watch it in the background as I do other stuff. But a lot of people love it on the TV. So if you love me on the TV, that's great too. I mean, wherever you want to watch, listen to me, whatever works for you is awesome. So I'm glad YouTube's doing a good job on the TV viewing part of it. So that's great. Mirha says, correct, Sisu is a Finnish word with no specific translation, but it means guts and perseverance against all the odds. See, I'm going to have that Sisu then when I go into another battle stream. That's what I'll have, that perseverance against all the odds. Yeah, that'll be fun. You guys want to see me battle again? You guys ready to see me battle? Yeah, I am. I'm ready for a battle. Those are always so fun. All right. Any last comments or questions anybody wants to get in? Throw it in now. Throw it in now, and I'll answer that before we close out here. But yeah, what you guys can expect from the channel this week is we do have another live stream. I do need to make a thumbnail for later today, but that should get posted up soon. Will be a live stream tomorrow for our Criterion post-game sales show. We had our pregame. If you didn't see the pregame, feel free to check out the pregame. But then we're going to do the post-game sales show. It's going to be a ton of fun. Gonna have a great panel on there. We're gonna show you everything we picked up for that sale month in July. I can't wait to see everybody's titles. That's gonna be a great live stream. And then, of course, we have different videos dropping every day, physical media deal video in there. We'll have a rant video in there. We'll have a, mega movie number video in there, and then we're back into the weekend with more out of theater reactions for the new stuff. Like I said, I think it's a Blue Beetle coming up this weekend. If so, can't wait to see that. Can't wait to react to that. But that's the stuff for this upcoming week. But let's check. We got Internal Melancholy says, "What movie will you and your wife see next?" See, that's the question. What will she see next? Because I see pretty much all the new releases if it's at a theater near me. But she's a little bit more choosy on them. But she will go see Blue Beetle. So I think it is going to be Blue Beetle next, right? If Blue Beetle is the next release, that will be the one. Me and her for Blue Beetle. The last one it was me and her reacting to was because I had to see Meg 2 by myself, but we reacted to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem before that. Oh, that was such a fun movie. I was surprised by that one too. So that was a great time. Mirha says, "Have a great day. I'll continue watching Yellow Jackets. It's pretty good. Have you watched it?" So I saw the first season, and the first season was pretty good. Now, it wasn't like, "Oh, this is one of my favorite shows ever." So I never felt the need to get to that second season because what is it? It's on Showtime, right? And so I think I had a Showtime app trial, which is why I was able to watch the first season no problem. But now if I want to watch the next season, I have to, you know, sign up for it and pay for it. So that's what's been keeping me from it. But what I remember from the first season, it was pretty good. So yeah, that's a pretty decent show out there. So yeah, take Mirha's advice, everybody. Check out Yellow Jackets if you have access to it. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. Let's see. Internal Melancholy says, "Do you two prefer going to the theater in the morning, evening, or night?" See, I go all the different times, and I always have different experiences. Mornings, well, usually in the morning I'm working on YouTube stuff, so I don't go as much in the mornings. It usually ends up being an afternoon time because I finish up all the YouTube stuff. Then I go afternoon time. But sometimes I'll go out night too, like Friday night. Like you're gonna be seeing a lot of Friday night ones, just because hey, get done with work on Friday, go to a Friday night showing. So we mix it up. We mix it up all the time now, and you get a different crowd. It's weird. So like Friday night, if you go to see a horror movie, you're probably gonna get a lot of teenagers in there. Sometimes they're just like screaming and acting wild, which is not good. So sometimes that's not a good moment. But it was weird. I just saw The Trench 2 at a Regal, and I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here. So this will be the last thing here. So let me do this rant. So I saw The Trench 2, right? I mean the Meg 2, The Trench. Saw that by myself. But there was people in the movie theater screaming during the whole time, cussing out the screen constantly, like every minute, completely ruining the movie theater experience. So then afterwards, I go up, I try to find management. I do find management. I stop them and I'm like, "Hey, want to let you know the situation that was going on. Had these issues with people screaming in the theater, blah 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 blah." And they're like, "Oh, well, you should have told us before the movie ended." I'm like, "Well, I'm not the person that's gonna leave during a movie and miss a scene of the movie. Like, I want to see the movie. I just want to let management know about this experiences that was going on." I don't think employees came in to even check the theater. I think it was one time I saw an employee. Um, but yeah, it was like, "I'm just letting you know, management, so maybe you can do something about it in the future." They're like, "Well, can't do anything now." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess that's how much you care about your theater, Regal. You don't want it to do better in the future, then whatever." Sorry, I wasted my time telling management. But yeah, that was irritating. Yeah, the Meg 2, The Trench, it wasn't that great of a movie anyway, so at least it wasn't like a super cool movie that was ruined, but the experience was awful. Regal just has some terrible experiences, and that wasn't the first time something like that happened. So, but usually I get a better manager there that handles the situation a little bit better. That manager was just like did not want to talk to anybody. But yeah, there we go. So we got Internal Melancholy says, "Have a great day, Mike." And all the chats. Yes, have a great day, everyone. Always make it a movie day. I like to say that. So go watch some movies today. Do whatever you got to do. Have fun. And yeah, have a good time out there. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. And